Of course I'm okay that Star got community service. I didn't want her to go to prison. But then the judge let Todd walk too. Unarmed jailbreak? And, well, you can't be okay with that.
No, I'm not. And my officers won't be either.
And then there's the other murder charge. Oh, my God, he'll probably walk on that, too.
No, we're not finished here, Ray.
No, but we are so far behind, Bo. I mean, there's still the Victor Lord murder case, too. We've got to nail him on that, because right now, Tomas Delgado is pleading guilty to the murder of Irene Manning, and everybody knows that Todd did it.
You can either throw out the ruling, or the ruling could be thrown out on appeal. It's up to you.
What do you mean by that?
You can't throw him in jail for a crime he didn't commit. He didn't kill Irene Manning.
He confessed to it.
He lied. He's trying to protect someone.
Who?
You're not going to shoot me, Todd. You are going to hand me that gun.
Me? Take my life, Victor. Take yours. And that's not all I've done.
Judge.
He's lying.
Your Honor, can I have a word with my
Order! Order! I just sentenced Mr. Delgado for this crime.
Well, unsentence him. I'm the one who killed Irene. And I won't let Tomas Delgado go to jail for a crime I committed.
Is that it?
Yeah.
You sure?
No. Yeah, I'm done. Ugh.
Look, I have not closed the book on the Victor Lord murder case. We will find the killer.
Whoever that may be.
Look, you're not the only one who's ticked off that Manning is still out there walking the streets. Mayor Finn, she stopped by first thing this morning.
Oh, yeah, I bet she did.
I told her that without Jack's statement, we don't have enough
Oh,
evidence.
she didn't care about that. We killed her photo op.
You bet we did.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm about to say something that you can never repeat.
Okay.
Not even to me. I miss Dorian Lord as mayor.
I know. Me too.
I told you Mayor Finn would be yanking your chain over this.
No, what you said is that she was going to fire me.
Yeah.
She did.
I got this.
Mr. Manning, you were just here for another proceeding.
Yes?
I hear you were released with a suspended sentence. You left here a free man.
That's right. That's why I can't let another man go to jail for something I've done.
Mr. Delgado allocated to the crime, in detail.
I don't know what he said, but he was lying. Irene was already dead when he got there. He told me that I should run and that he would handle it. I didn't know he was going to take the blame. I can't let him do that.
Mr. Delgado, is this true? Were you willing to do 20 years in Statesville for a murder you didn't commit?
So personal. If the press ever found out what went on between the two of you before...
No, nothing happened before.
And that's her problem.
I think this is more about her election.
Oh, which makes her an even bigger idiot than I thought. I mean, does she realize how popular you are? Your approval rating is double what hers is.
I pointed that out.
And what did she say?
She rehired me.
Why am I not surprised? I mean, I'm glad you got your job back, of course.
Of course. And I have until Election Day to find Victor Lord's killer. And if I don't do that, then the mayor promised that she would fire me.
Well, then we just have to get all the evidence we can to convict Todd, right?
Come on, Delgado, say it. Tell the judge you didn't kill my mother.
He's right, Your Honor. Mr. Manning is right. I didn't kill his mother. She was dead when I arrived at the scene.
You lied to the police and to this court.
And I do regret that. But Todd Manning had suffered enough already, and I was part of that. And I wasn't going to let him go to prison again.
Your Honor, in light of this confession, I'd like to withdraw my client's guilty plea.
So ordered.
I also ask that you vacate his sentence and release Mr. Delgado immediately.
Your client wasted valuable police resources and the court's time. Not to mention he committed perjury. Relax, counselor. Your client's motives were pure, however misguided. The district attorney surely will not be so foolish as to press perjury charges against Mr. Delgado.
No, Your Honor, I don't think we'll press charges.
Then, Tomas Delgado, your plea is vacated and your case dismissed. Does the Commonwealth intend to pursue murder charges against Todd Manning and the murder of Irene Manning?
Your Honor, if I could have some time to confer with the district attorney?
We'll take a brief recess. Mr. Manning, don't go anywhere.
I have McBain and an entire unit working on Victor Jr.'s murder. We will chase every lead.
That's twice.
What?
That you haven't said Todd is guilty. Don't you think he is?
Are you gonna get that?
What's up? You're kidding. On my way. The judge just dismissed Delgado's plea.
Why?
Because Todd Manning just confessed to killing Irene Manning. I'm gonna finally get to put him away. You know.
That was a very good thing.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
What else did you do? You said to tell you that there were other
You know, I
things
just
that-
spared your boyfriend 20 years in the slammer. Can we just skip the third degree for now, please?
Looks like I'm a free man.
No thanks to you.
I guess I have you to thank. You talked Todd into confessing, didn't you?
It's wrong for you to have to go to prison.
Does that mean you're happy for me? Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. But where are we?
Well, Delgado, looks like you gotta get me out of prison.
I was caught off guard. I came in thinking this thing was open and shut.
Oh, it never is when it comes to Manning, believe me.
Yeah, I'm figuring that out. Next time he's on dock, I'll leave him to you.
Well, hopefully if all goes well, there won't be a next time.
All rise.
We're on record in the murder of Irene Manning. Welcome, Ms. Buchanan. It appears we have a second confession. This time from Todd Manning.
Yeah, I need to see all of John's files on the Victor Lord murder. Everything. Every piece of evidence, I don't care how small, okay? Just as soon as you can. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Commissioner, hey, just got a call from Buchanan Enterprises. Thought you might want to hear about this one.
This has become an ugly habit from your office, counselor. We have defendants trotted into court on the flimsiest of evidence or with questionable confessions. I can't count how many hours this court has wasted.
Well, Your Honor, with all due respect, in this case, Mr. Delgado was found at the crime scene with the murder weapon in his hand, and he confessed. I wouldn't call that flimsy evidence.
Except you got it wrong.
Yes, and we're here to amend our error. Now, Mr. Manning has confessed.
But he has not pled guilty. Your Honor, if you'll excuse me, my client has not been charged. And if the district attorney continues to be so misguided as to pursue this case, we will plead not guilty.
Based on what?
Self-defense.
On what evidence?
The bullet hole in Mr. Manning's shoulder. Your Honor, Todd Manning went to meet Irene Manning unarmed.
So he says. We have no evidence to that.
There was only one gun found at the crime scene, and it's the same gun that killed Irene Manning, and it's the same gun that fired the bullet that lodged in Todd Manning's shoulder.
Oh, the phantom bullet. When Mr. Manning turned himself in and he claimed to have been shot, there was no bullet in his shoulder, and there was no way to confirm.
Mr. Manning received home care. We can produce the bullet, and forensics will prove that it was fired from Irene Manning's gun, and that it was removed from Todd Manning's shoulder.
That would seem to be compelling evidence.
With all due respect, Your Honor, there is a chain of custody issue with the bullet, and if it was so clearly self-defense, then why did Mr. Manning run?
Because he was in shock. Irene Manning had just informed him that she had killed every member of his family. A bomb did go off at Victor Lord's residence. Todd Manning heard that explosion. He was out of his mind with grief.
And that's when he shot Irene Manning, after the bomb went off. Not in self-defense, but in a rage. Because that's who Mr. Manning is. A vicious sociopath.
Miss Buchanan, it seems that you've already convicted Mr. Manning in your mind.
Your Honor, the district attorney is clearly biased against my client.
It's still up to her office to make this call. Do you intend to prosecute Mr. Manning for this murder?
Your Honor, self-defense means an imminent threat to one's personal safety. If Mr. Manning killed Irene Manning for any other reason.
You mean like the bomb that Irene Manning set that could have killed every member of Todd Manning's family? And your husband as well, who was also there. All this after years of having subjected Mr. Manning to physical and psychological torture and unlawful imprisonment? Please, put me in court with this set of facts.
Just grab any defense that's around.
I've already stated what happened. It was self-defense.
And the evidence as stipulated overwhelmingly supports a verdict of self-defense. If you intend to prosecute Miss Buchanan, you better come very well prepared and with something more than I've heard so far.
Your Honor, before I make a decision about the filing, I'd like to ask Mr. Manning a question. I understand that when he confessed to killing his mother, he said, "That's not all I've done." What did you mean by that?
Mr. Manning, let's go with the truth the first time, shall we?
You take my life, Victor. I take yours. Did something unforgivable.
What did you do that was unforgivable?
I let Tomas Delgado confess to a crime that he didn't commit.
That's it. That's all you got.
I was gonna let a guy rot in jail for the rest of his life. That's not bad.
Not in your case.
Maybe not. Maybe not. But I'm trying. I'm trying to do better. You know what? It's Nora's case. If she wants to throw me in jail for that's up to her.
Well, Madam District Attorney, given the totality of what you've heard today, do you feel you have the evidence to successfully prosecute Mr. Manning in this matter? Because at this point, given the amount of time he's already spent in jail on false charges, your office is opening itself up to allegations of false prosecution, not to mention a whopping lawsuit this city can ill afford.
No, Your Honor, the Commonwealth will not proceed in this manner.
Mr. Manning, you're free to go. We're adjourned.
All rise.
Todd. Thank you.
Well, you're not happy?
Figure out how to pay for all this. What does it cost to get a guy off of a murder rap these days?
Help me find the man who really killed my husband. I'll consider that payment enough.
Listen, I think it was really great. Todd,
Ready to tell me
tell you what.
where I stand?
If it were up to you, you'd be chained to some prison bus right now. You didn't give a damn an hour ago how I felt.
That is not true. I told you I loved you. You never answered me
You
back.
chose prison over me.
Is that the reason why you can't say I love you? Or is it Todd?
You know what? Go to hell.
Well, congratulations. All of your clients walked today. Do you get a bonus for that?
Justice was served.
Was it?
Nobody likes a sore loser, Nora.
Oh, Dad, is that what you think this is?
You want to see Todd in jail so badly that you can't control yourself. And the judge saw that.
Yeah, I do think that's where Todd belongs.
Todd did what he had to do on those docks. Otherwise, Irene would have killed him. Justice was served.
Dad, your husband was gunned down in cold blood by a man who's walking around free thanks to you. I still think justice was served.
Yeah, I know it's a little peculiar, and I'm probably the last person you expected to see here. And you could say that I have no right to be here, and that would be true. But I need to tell you something. I hate you! Still, I hate your guts! Everything that was ever important to me in my life, you took from me, and I will never forgive you for that. But this, Victor, even you don't deserve. Nobody does. Can I ask you something? What's it like? Do you still miss them? Still? Do you miss Taylor? Do you miss Blair? Do you miss Vicky? Do you miss the children that you thought were yours? It's a horrible thing to miss someone. For all those years, I thought I would never see them again, and it kind of messes with your head. Not that I wasn't messed up to begin with, but... And you, let's face facts, you were pretty messed up when you were here. I guess we have our mother to thank for that, right? She took away my life. And now I've taken away yours. Killed my own brother. I'm sorry.